How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's MJ, and this is MJ Hokage, delivering another video comparing English to Japanese Pokemon sets. Now today, we have the third set in Scarlet and Violet. For English, we have Obsidian Flames versus Ruler of the Black Flames. Today, we're going to find out which set is more valuable, and also, both of these sets have Charizard, and both of these sets have the same cards. So, this was a really small set for English and a really small set for Japanese. So there's not very many cards in this set, which is also why this set is pretty affordable than other sets. There's not a whole lot of cards in this set, and a lot of people were able to pull the Charizards out of these boxes. So today we're going to see which set is better. Is it the English Charizard set or is it the Japanese Charizard set? Let's go ahead and dive in and find out which Charizard is more valuable, the English one or the Japanese one. And then I can't wait to know your thoughts at the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's look at the data. First, we're going to start with the booster box prices for these sets. Right here, we have this Charizard and Tyranitar. And for Obsidian Flames, let's see how much it costs right now. For this booster box of 36 packs with 10 cards each, this booster box is going for $97 on TCGplayer.com. That's the current market price value for this booster box. And then on Game Nerds, Game Nerds has this booster box available for $109. And then on PriceCharting.com, this set is valued at $101. So, super cool set. I like it. Would I go heavy in it? I'm not too sure yet. But now let's go ahead and look at the Japanese numbers and the Japanese booster box prices. Ruler of the Black Flames is currently going for $79 on TCGplayer.com. That's the market price value that they have it at. On PriceCharting.com, however, it's valued at $64. And then Toys One Japan, with shipping including, you can buy this booster box of Ruler of the Black Flames for $93. And what's cool is that it's straight up coming from Japan. So I haven't bought from Toys One Japan, but from the looks of it, their website looks pretty legit. And as always, do your due diligence. Find out if the company is reliable, if they have good like policies related to like if the item comes damaged or anything like that. So just be sure that wherever you're buying from, that the cards are legit and that they're authentic. And so yeah, these are the current prices for these two sets. Obsidian Flames valued at $97 on TCG Player, and Ruler of the Black Flames is cheaper at $79 market value on TCG Player. So again, the Japanese artwork is so cool on this box. The English box, these packs, you can't really see them. They're kind of covered, so you're only going to see this Charizard in the front and that Tyranitar on the front, on the top of the box. But let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of the top cards for both of these sets. Today we're going to look at the top 6 cards in each set, and then we're going to see the PSA values of 9s and 10s. And let's go ahead and get in. Alright, so like I said, this box is going for about $97 on TCG Player. And these are the top 6 cards in the set. Right here, you have the King, the Charizard EX SIR. Look at that artwork. We're going to look at it in more detail soon. But right now it's going for $61 on PriceCharting.com. The Charizard EX Hyper Rare is going for $26. In third place, we have the Charizard EX Ultra Rare going for $17. And then one of my favorites, honestly, it's not like a really hard card to get or pull from this set, but it's the Charizard EX right here, Dark type, Terrestrialize, for only $12. When this set first came out, this card was valued at about $22, so it's lost some value. And I know that this card is pretty playable in the game right now as of December 2023. And so there's a whole Charizard deck based around this card. And so yeah, Charizard EX double rare going for $12. Then we have the Pidgey SIR going for $9, and the Ninetales SIR, which is a beautiful art, going for $7. Let's go ahead and look at the PSA grades and the values of those cards in those grades. And what a wonderful picture right here. The king, the goat himself, Charizard. These are the top 3 cards in Obsidian Flames. Let's go ahead and look at those PSA values. Right here we have this Charizard EX going for $61, the SIR. And this was illustrated by Akira Igawa, who I believe is one of the original illustrators of Charizard. So he's very famous in the Pokemon space and just a brilliant artist. He actually has a new shiny SIR Charizard EX in Shiny Treasures and Paldean Fates, which is coming out in January. And Shiny Treasures just came out, I think, a couple weeks ago. And so it looks just like this card, but the Charizard is shiny, so it's so cool. Yeah, so $61 raw. The PSA 9 is going for $77, and the PSA 10 is going for $320 as of right now in December 2023. So a big return for this card. If you're able to pull this card and it looks pretty pristine and decide to grade it, that's a whole lot of value coming back to you if you get that 10. Remember, that's if. Depending on the centering of the card, which is the borders, top and bottom, left and right. The surface, the edges, if there's any whiting, and then the corners. So, personally, I actually got this card for about $48 a few weeks ago, and I was extremely happy because at the time of release, when this booster box came out, Obsidian Flames, it was going for like, I think, around $100 or so. Super cool card. I'm glad to finally have it in my collection. Now the second place card is the Charizard EX Hyper Rare card, currently going for $26 raw. The PSA 9 is going for $43 raw. The PSA 9 is going for $43, and the PSA 10 is going for $150. So I've been seeing a lot of these cards on eBay. Again, these cards right here, these two Charizards, the Ultra Rare and the Hyper Rare, they're not as hard to get as this Secret Illustration Rare. So there's a lot of them out there. I don't know the population reports, but they're really beautiful cards when you look at them. This isn't the best scan of them, but really, really nice. So yeah, $150 for this Hyper Rare and a PSA 10. Then we have this Ultra Rare right here of the Charizard EX. Still pretty sweet looking card. Going for $17 raw. A PSA 9 is only $38, and a PSA 10 is $98. So if you're able to get 10s and Charizards, there's value in it. And if grading costs about $20 to $35 per card, it might be worth grading these Charizards just because Charizard tends to age pretty well in the market. It's a super popular Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon that the Pokemon company just seems to always showcase. So I love having Charizard cards. Have I sold a few and let them go? Unfortunately, I have, but they're really nice to have in your collection, and I hold Charizard just very dear. He's just a really cool card. So let's go ahead and look at the top 6 cards, and now this is number 4, 5, and 6 out of the top 6 cards in Obsidian Flames. So right here we have the Charizard EX card going for $12 raw, the PSA 9 going for $31, and the PSA 10 going for $69. So there's a bit of value in the Charizard EX Dark card. It's a really sweet card. I personally have 2 of these cards that I pulled out of the set, and they actually look really good, better than this scan. And for me to have in my collection, I'm just excited to have them because the card looks cool, and there's not too many dark Charizards out there, and the ones that are out there and are pretty vintage are really expensive. So I'm hoping that happens with this card as well. Then we have the Pidgeot EX SIR card, and it just looks awesome. Not everyone likes this artwork that's a little bit more cartoony, but to me it just kind of reminds me of the anime. And so, yeah. The card raw, however, though, is only going for $9. The PSA 9 is going for $15. And the PSA 10 is going for $56. Then we have this Ninetales card right here. Super sweet card. I love the artwork on this card. It's only $7. I wish I had this card in person. It's pretty cheap and affordable, so I would like to get it in my collection. Then for a PSA 9, it's valued at $15. And then a PSA 10, a whopping $84 in value. So more valuable than the Pidgeot EX and the Charizard EX. These are the top 6 cards for Obsidian Flames. Let's go ahead and look at the top 6 cards and Ruler of the Black Flames. So right here we have Ruler of the Black Flames, the Japanese set for this third iteration of Pokemon cards. And so let's see. Ruler of the Black Flames is going for $79 on TCG Player. PriceCharting.com has it for $64, and Toys One Japan, with shipping included, it's going for $93. There's also TikTok deals. During Black Friday and all of November, there was a lot of good discounts, like 30%, 20%, depending on the day. So you could have got these booster boxes for a lot cheaper. But as of right now, these are the prices for the booster box set of Ruler of the Black Flames. And again, we have the GOAT Charizard taking the crown right here. And look at that raw price. Just having this card without being graded, just as a single card that you pull out of a pack, $203 is the value of this Japanese Charizard EX card. It's an SAR, so I believe that's secret art rare. And you get one secret art rare in Japanese sets for each box. So if you're lucky, you might get this Charizard. So yeah, the Charizard hyper rare card right here, or ultra rare, is going for $52. The Poppy SAR is going for $33. The Gita right here, SAR, is going for $25. The Charizard EX Super Rare is going for $23. And the Pidgeot comes in 6th place at $19 raw. So let's go ahead and look at these cards in more detail, and let's look at those PSA values, because that's where you could see a good increase in value for your cards if you do decide to grade them. Right off the bat, look at this beautiful artwork of the Japanese Charizard EX card. Currently, right now, just this card raw is going for $203. The PSA 9 is going for $215. And then the PSA 10 is going for $345 right now in the market. Super sweet card. I'd be so happy to have it in a 10. If I grade my English one, I'm going to be so stoked to get a 10. I haven't graded cards yet. I'm still waiting to get more cards and decide which ones look like they're in good condition to get a 10. And I'm hoping my Charizard comes back as a 10 because I'll be so happy. Then we have this Charizard EX Hyper Rare card, currently going for $52 raw. The PSA 9 is going for $61, and the PSA 10 is going for $112. So again, if you're able to get that 10, you do see a good increase in value for your Japanese cards for this set. Now, another thing too, Japanese quality tends to be a lot higher than English cards, so there might be a greater population report. Population report just means how many 9s, how many 10s have been graded and have been sent out to people as those grades by PSA. Then we have this Poppy SAR card going for $33 raw. A PSA 9, unfortunately, $13, so you're losing value if you get that 9 grade. But the PSA 10 grade is going for $63 right now. These are the top 3 cards in Ruler of the Black Flames. And no surprise, 2 of them are Charizard because this is a Charizard set. And then, of course, in the Japanese market, they really like the trainer cards, or people say like waifu cards. And so, yeah, the trainers, the full arts, they actually do look really good, not only in English, but also in Japanese. All right, then we have in 4th place, the Gita Secret Art Rare. Now, going for $25 raw. The PSA 9 is going for $45. And then look at the value on that PSA 10. Currently going for $177. Then we have the Charizard EX Super Rare card going for $23 raw. The PSA 9 going for $38. And the PSA 10 going for $73. And then in 6th place, there's that Pidgeot EX super cool card, currently going for $19 raw. Then we have the PSA 9 going for $13, and that PSA 10 going for $37. So, this is Ruler of the Black Flames, top 6 cards. Right away, you can see that 3 out of the 6 cards are over $100 in value for a PSA 10. As a raw, the first place card in this Charizard is $203. And then in second, you have the Charizard EX Hyper Rare card. So, the most expensive card is $203, whereas in English, the most expensive card is $61 for that Charizard. So, right away, which Charizard currently holds more value? It is the Japanese Charizard, going for $203. And then we have, let's see, right here. Yes. So, here are the box prices, the booster box prices for these two sets. Obsidian Flames at $97 on TCG Player, and Ruler of the Black Flames, $73. Now, these are two Charizard sets. There is, I think overall, a little more value in the top 6 cards for Japanese rather than English. So it really comes down to preference, I think. The Charizard EX in Japanese is $203 raw, and it looks fantastic. But some people don't like Japanese cards because you can't necessarily read the writing on the card. But some people really like Japanese cards because of the quality of the cards. So I'm leaving it up to everyone. Let me know your thoughts. Do you prefer the English Charizards? Or do you like the Japanese Charizards? So, thank you for being here. And thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which Charizard set is better? Which Charizard set do you think is going to have more value in the future? As of right now, Obsidian Flames is pretty cheap at $97 to $100. And Ruler of the Black Flames is sitting at $79, under $100. So, if you were to ask me, I do have 3 Obsidian Flames booster boxes, not too many. However, I've been thinking about picking up Ruler of the Black Flames, and if I would have known that the Charizard was more valuable in Japanese than in English for that top card, I maybe would have gotten booster boxes in Japanese instead. So, this is why I'm making these videos, is because I really wanted to know and compare English to Japanese sets, and this channel has given me a great opportunity to go ahead and compare the values of these sets. I love Pokemon in general, and I love building an English collection and a Japanese collection. I have more English than Japanese, but I'm really excited to dive deeper into these cards and kind of figure out which ones are more valuable and which ones do I personally like more. So if you have some cards that you personally like, let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching my video. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. And I hope all y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching my channel. Next time, in the next video, we're going to be talking about a lot of people's favorite set, Pokemon 151 in English and Pokemon 151 in Japanese. We're going to find out which set is more valuable, and yeah, stay tuned for that video. And again, have a blessed day, and thank you for being here. Till next time.